All right, I am live. Oopsie. Let's go to 5, just so we can mark some areas out. That's the value high there. We got the point of control down here, and let's see the swing from previous to previous leg. We'll just go from here. Most likely it's going to come off right here. So a couple of volume nodes. This is the one important area here. That's one important area. And then we have a lot of delta here where we bought right here. That was a very strong delta. And then we have another area between here for buys. And this is an old point of control from a week ago, maybe a week and a half. So we'll see if we break through this. Then we have an old value area high and a value area low from a previous week. Point of control up here, another value area high. So this is from, I believe, oops, this is from, I have the TPO chart out here. This is from this area right here. So the value area high is right here. So it's just range from the 4th of February, which I'm not sure what day that lands on, but we're at that area. And the area I'm talking about is here. This is the area we're at. We still have up in this area where I've marked out. One thing I haven't yet figured out is how to combine days like I've seen them do on the okay, let's go back to the other chart. Let's go back to the one. We're starting to break out again here. I missed the whole morning due to the fact that my internet was down, and I missed this great long trade that took place, unfortunately. You could have gone long as soon as it broke out here when you got this. Here, let me just, oops. This area right here. As soon as we closed above this, like even on the one, if we closed above here, you could have gone long here and just wrote it up. But even if you saw this right here, this little box right here with all these aggressive buy bubbles as we came back up, this would have been a great entry long. Missed a lot, but you know, it is what it is. And then we're continuing to push. I think we're going to go all the way to value high, which is up here. If we're off the old point of control, then possibly a better move up top. Or we're going to have some sort of retracement back into these low volume nodes, as you would want to call them. There's no volume here. To be exact, it's probably these two areas right here where the most aggressive buying took place, which is right here. And then you have this area right here, which I'd be interested in. Right here. And it comes right into a valley, so. I don't know if it'll come down. Value area high is here for the day, so we might just continue to push higher. It might be one of these days where there's no retracements. It just it's looking like it, where we just push the whole time. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see kind of if price action even moves back into our direction so we can enter enter it long here at this point. for this, let's see if we go up here and just see where like value area high sits here. We have the point control here, which is a lot of volume for this swing, and then we have value area low, which is all the way down here. If we block that out, you can kind of see visually better. We have a huge amount of delta here. This is where all the buying took place in this move. So if I were to guess where this is going to probably a great executed long move would be somewhere right around this area where I have marked out. Right in this area. This would be the box where I would take long. And it's kind of off the view up, and we're starting to see some sells here. I could go for a mean reversion trade here as soon as we break this, but it's going to be riskier for sure. We'll see how this closes. If it closes below, then I could go for a small little scalp, maybe down to point of control or something. Because you could do this up here. This would be riskier though. I'll try to take a small scalp. We'll see how this works out. I'm not too keen on this, but do small. Try to collect some profit today. We'll double it up. Because we'll probably come to here. We'll go 500. Because once we break this, just come down and breaks this, we're going to see a nice probably pull back into this point of control or down here even lower. And we did close below, so that's a good sign. But we also could go all the way back up to this area too. Or we could go to, where's the point control? Point control's down here. We could go all the way to here, which would be a bad trade, which I think would go to that value area high, technically. If we close back below this, I could probably move my stop to break even here and then let it ride a little bit more. And I don't want to go short really, but I think this would be a good pullback to possibly value area high, and then we get another bounce to the upside. Maybe take a bounce play. But this is more of a mean reversion play off of the old point of control from the 4th, I believe it is. And we can see what this looks like. Because I think we're going to have, we've been going down, I think we're going to have some sort of pullback before we go higher. But I could be wrong. And I'm willing to take a small stop loss here to try this out. There definitely is some resistance here in this area where we started to see the sells. You see we're making smaller gains as we go up higher, but it's having, there's no aggressive buys, and then we're having some resistance up here, so we need to see this close back below here. This is where selling absorption took place buying absorption took place last time. So if we break this, we'll come down to this area and then possibly even the value area high, and then we'll probably bounce off the value area high, which I could see a nice long setup. But if we catch this move, then we'll call it a day. And if this gets me stopped out, then I'll just wait for the bounce. Because the bounce play will be better to take for sure it'll be higher probability at this point. This is technically not the best setup, but I could see it being valid for sure. We'll go here. $300 to make. It's kind of sucks that I missed the whole morning due to internet issues. I couldn't get anything loaded up. I had to reset my factory, reset my router, and then get everything set up because the internet was just not. Well, my stop was at a perfect spot, I guess. If this breaks through, then I'll be out of the trade. I'd rather call it at this point. But you can see all the aggressive sells here in this area. We're risking 300 to make 1,000 at this point. So basically a 1 to 3. And if not, if this doesn't work out, then I'll take the $300 loss and then I'll wait for the bounce play. Yep. And we took the loss there. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm going to wait for the bounce play. Let's go to the other one. Let's go to this one. I don't even know if this count's still active. Maybe it is. The password?
What is it?
Oh, did you? Let me see if I can share it. Try connecting to it. Yeah. Or my personal hotspot. Oh no. Here, can you request the? Try to log in again to click the password again.
What is the Wi-Fi, the T-Mobile one?
Yeah, click it and I think I'll be able to share.
Unable.
Click
It's still stinking there?
there you go. Huh? Mm-hmm. Try now. Let's go here. We're gonna go here. We'll put a sell stop as soon as we break below here. We'll go here. We'll put it up here. We'll put take profit down here. We'll go for that. playing guitar, bud? We're starting to see some aggressive selling again, so once we break into this area, we should see possibly a pullback into this value area high. We gotta see this hold up here, and then if this holds up, then we'll see more, hopefully more aggression right here when it gets to 80, 82. If we see aggression there, then we should see some selling. Yeah, we should see some more aggression here. Go to here. We did about there. Go back to here to other account. We're seeing more aggression there. If we break this, we can move to stop to break even at this point. Once it breaks back below here, if we close below that, then I can move to break even. We're getting more aggression, which is good. We should hopefully see some sort of pullback into the value area high. Hopefully, that'll be the, as long as it doesn't get absorbed here. If this does, then we'll be in trouble. 10, 11. As soon as we break below here, we will move stop to break even on this one. We got to see this close below here. At least a candle body closure. We're starting to see a little more aggression here. I want to see the close below here, and we'll be solid after that at that point, at least to move to break even. Looks like auction might be failing though on the sell side. They aren't able to close below this area. This needs to be a nice strong closure below here, and I'll be protected early on. And that is what I'll have to. We got more aggression here at the bottom. Aggression. I can't see that. We got to see it close below. Now there's a couple more. Hopefully there's some sort of, yeah, this is not looking good. They were able to hold up this area where aggressive sellers were trying to sell. Let's see if they continue down. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to see. I think we're still in this trade too. Yep. Other one. We'll go here. we got to see it close below 77.50, and then I can move my stop. And this could have just been a classic auction, just couldn't break it lower. And in a day like today, it's probably not worth yeah, it's probably not worth taking shorts right here. Unless this fails and gets absorbed here, then possibly. Just make sure the other one. Yep.
I just realized
What?
the gas can we can't use anymore now.
The what?
The gas can we can't use
Why?
because it got rained on. Water's gonna go inside of it.
I gotta get you different gas for that bike because that bike's backfiring. At least I'm meant to have 87, not 91.
It's meant to have what?
It's meant to have 87, not 91.
Bro, you gave me 91 this whole time?
Yeah.
And does that make it louder? So wait.
No, it just it backfires. You could hear the bike when it goes pop 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 pop.
Oh yeah.
It means that's too means it's too pop pop. Yeah, exactly. There's too much. It's too lean.
I like it like that.
I know, but it won't. It doesn't run as good when you have
No
clean
wonder why
burn.
it dies out so fast. And you still gotta change your oil?
Hmm?
You still gotta change your oil.
My oil's good.
So
Yeah.
why do you have a big one?
Just for extra.
What's this?
That's a oil air filter.
There's my other glove.
Gotta keep your gloves together, otherwise you could lose them. So what I should have waited for again, I should have waited for the break of this. But I think this will work out. We're getting aggressive sells. We got absorption up at the top here. So this is looking pretty good for the most part. And we hopefully can see this hold up and auction fail for the buys and come lower. If we see the auction come lower at this point, then I will be pretty good at this point. I could at least recover most of my losses and then hopefully some profit as well. But we'll see. there's definitely resistance up here, and I think we're gonna at least come to the buyer high before we move up again. The buyer high for this one's up here, so we should come all the way back down to value. We can move stop to break even once we close below this area right here. And I'll be at a good area to at least protect myself if it does move back down to that area. But I missed the whole morning. That's just the worst part, because the morning was the best part. It was just an easy move up. And you could definitely see in the morning that, look at this. This was yesterday. It closed above the value, so we're at the value high. So we came down, tested, went straight up. Buongiorno. How's it going? What's up, Zar? How's it going, man? Yeah, debt buying's definitely strong here. We'll see. I really do think we're gonna come test the buyer high. That's why I'm going for like a mean reversion trade at this point. We're getting some aggression here. We got a break up here, the aggression, where sellers got absorbed into this area, and then I can move my stop to break even at this point when we break that. Yeah, the morning was clean. I missed all that. I had internet issues. I had to factory reset my whole router, and then now I'm playing catch up, and I probably shouldn't be trading this right here because we're kind of stuck in the near the highs, so very risky trades up here. So yeah, it's not looking good. Yep, I'm down. Oof. And there it goes. Spikes up. So sellers got absorbed down there. I'm up on one account a little bit, but let's go to my other one. I'm gonna sell market there. I'll put my stop above here. And we'll try a crazy move here. Let's go for 1100. If we break back below here, this will be a good, I think this will be a good trade. If this fails here, if not, we're just gonna keep pushing up, and aggression's gonna get higher. So CVD's growing, so it probably wasn't the best move here. Oh, let's go to that one. I'll put a sell order right below there. We did get some absorption up there, and then try this one more time. This will be the last shot I have here to try to short this. Then we go take profit will be, oop. Take profit will be there. Stop loss will go right above there. Again, this is riskier because I'm going against the trend, so I'm trying to fade the mean reversion trade off this trend, which, like I said, is on the more riskier side because we did have absorption in this area. but we're out of value, so we're gonna have to pull back into value unless the value shifts, which it hasn't shifted yet. So if the value shifts, then I would probably exit a trade. And the daily value area high is all the way down here, so we're probably gonna come to this area, honestly, because you're gonna catch a lot of aggressive breakout buyers. There's some absorption up here again, so hopefully we can cover a good amount of it if we start to see this close lower. And we're seeing some delta starting to push a little bit. We'll see. We got to see closure below these aggressive sells, and then we should be okay. And this right here, this got stopped up a little bit, so you want to see, yep, sellers kicking again, and then we want to see it close below here, and then that last part will close below here, and we should see a nice, hopefully a nice push, maybe down further. And the one thing I'm saying, the reason why this short could possibly be valid too is because we're making little moves up. There's resistance as we're going up, so there's going to be a nice little pullback into probably a value area high, which is what I'm aiming for. Catch that trade, and then hopefully I could fade into a long once we get down to the value area high. Or there's two things that could happen here. It could just reject this and go straight up and break, which is definitely a possibility just due to the trend of things. But I'm willing to try to fade this. And this will be my last shot up here, is just trying to fade this area right here. And I think there is news today. I thought it was news in the morning, maybe. Maybe that's what it was. I could be wrong. Let me look at my economic calendar. Yeah, there was news in the morning. That's what it was. Okay, so we had more housing starts. The housing looked better for sure. They have FOC minutes at 11, so the numbers were good. So we could see, yeah, this might be good. We could see a pullback before FOMC minutes before they. That's what we could see. I just don't like how they're holding this area. We need the clean break below here, and then we need the clean break below here. So this needs to kind of drive through this area. Yep. And then we need to drive through this area too.
Do you know where my candy bag is from Valentine's Day?
The bag? Probably in the truck, no? That's where we had it last. I think it was the truck. There's lots of wicks here. We need closure though. We need some follow through on this area. Yep. I want to see a nice strong closure below this area. And this purple line's an old POC from the 2nd or the 4th of February. I think the 4th of February, I believe. Yeah, the 4th. It was the 4th. Got it marked out. So there definitely is pre-existing volume here. So, and then we have up here is a value high from the 4th that marked out. So I gotta climb back out of this mess. I took a couple stop losses here in the morning, and after trying to fade this move, so this will be the last short I take. If this ends up breaking, then Shorts are out the window. And I'm trying to catch this mean reversion trade, and we should see a pullback, like I said, to the value high, or it just keeps the value shifts and we go up higher, but the value has not shifted. For the daily, it's up here. For the swing, it's right here. And I'm gonna definitely get out on the swing value high because I don't want to. On a day like this, you don't want to hold on to a short trade that long because a lot of times it just reverses. People are just buying, and you're seeing the buying here, and they're following through. So it's not looking good. The buyers are definitely strong here. We're seeing more aggressive sells right here, so we could see a move follow through here.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah.
Let's see how this reacts into this level right here, where they try to buy. If this fails here, then I'll probably be okay. If it holds and bounces, I probably won't be okay. But this is good. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay. Don't want to see the wicks here. The wicks here is not a good area. I don't like this wicks all the time. You need to see a closure. There it is. Okay. So once we close below here, I can move my stop to break even. This will be the last area where sellers got absorbed. So, and if we break below there, then buyers will lose some momentum here at the tops. Yeah, not good. They respected that area again. This area they try to close back below and they close back above it again. And we're getting more aggressive buying. If this closes back below here, I can move my stop. Like below under here, I can move my stop above here. Or aggressive buying failed. That's where I can lessen my risk a little bit, and then hopefully hopefully it hits. I'm just gonna go for 1100 here. But I don't like this is growing. But we haven't grown that much. It's kind of been bouncing. So as we've been going up, it has been getting more divergent. So from here to here, we have been getting more divergent. It doesn't mean anything yet because it's not a strong divergence. So we'll see. Yeah. Like I said, I'm on the riskier side of the trade, so I miss the morning, so I don't like fading these things, especially trying to go short on a day like today. It's definitely the more riskier move. I'll be right back. Shorting's been tough today, but also here it does not make sense since it's a premium on both yesterday and but today. One of those days where I'm just gonna have to sit on my hands. Yeah. If I took this loss, I was gonna sit on my hands at this point and probably just call it a day. But I'll see if this trade plays out. I'll try to recover a little bit of my loss. So. And this setup looks valid to me because we're at premiums.
Dad, I can't find it. It wasn't in the truck.
Wasn't the truck the bag?
No.
Huh. Hey, that's what the only place I would think it would be at, because
No.
and the reason this setup looks somewhat valid is because get a massive absorption up here, and then we had more absorption here, so we should see. I think I had a good area where I'm shorting at. If I'm going to short, this is better than other areas, because then what we'll see is if this closes below this and we get some aggression here and it moves, we will probably see it move, pull back at least to into this area right here, and then I'll trail it and maybe regain some of my losses, whatever it may be, if that's the case, if it does work out. But if we see like this aggression and the auction goes higher, then yeah, I want to see absorption here. I want to see this buying, and then just it sells off from here again. You're getting 3, 4. Yeah, see, this is not what I want to see right here. A bunch of aggression here, and CVD is growing. The best possible case scenario in this candle is if this closes below, and it can't push above this area. Then I could lessen my risk somewhere like right around here. For $160 to try to and I gotta see you want to see aggressive sells down here. So I'm only risking 230 though to make like 11, 12, 1300. And if it gets to the point where I'm about 800, I might just cover my losses and then start fresh again. But we'll see. If that even happens. The buyers are really trying to push here, but they're hitting a little bit of a wall here. We just got to make sure they don't close above these areas. That's a good thing to see right here too, is we wicked into these areas where they bought aggressively and they sold off immediately. So and this is good. We get aggressive buying here. Let's see if they end up holding here. If this breaks through here, then okay, now we're getting aggressive sells here, right where I wanted to see. So what I can probably do here now is we're getting bigger aggressive sells. A lot of orders here being placed on the sell side. And the CVD is growing. So what I could do here now is if we close below this, I can move my stop and protect myself here. Because then it'll show me that they're willing to follow through here. And then what I could do is I trail at this point. So what I'll do here is I'll move my stop. We're going to move to break even at this point. We had aggressive buying and it failed, and then we had aggressive sells and it looked like it's following through. So it's definitely going to come down to these two areas, and then that's where we'll get hopefully more aggressive selling, and then it'll come back to value. Go to my other account. Just to break even at this point too. And then hopefully we'll get this. I just don't want to see the absorption here. I don't want to see this. I want to see a close below here again and more follow through. We got to close below this area again. If we close below this area again, then we'll see it come down to here, and then the possibly I could recover at least half my losses, if not more, at this point. But if they close back above here, then I could be in trouble where the last aggressive buying took place, and then I've always wondered, taking setups off of, let's say you saw this, you saw absorption, you saw the bouncing, then we see us come up here, we tap into again, we see up here, tap, like create this area again, and then we came back and tapped it. I always thought about placing sells, just knowing where the areas where they're most likely going to fail, where sellers will step in again, and you get a better entry. That's something I've always kind of wondered about. Like same thing happened here. Look what happened. We had aggressive sell. We came back, tapped into it, boom, went up. I know it wasn't like crazy when we came back down, but so what I could probably do here at this point is recover 200. I don't want to quite move it yet because I want to see the break in here, but I can cover myself above here, above 200 at this point when it breaks below here. And if we see that, and we see aggression breaking through this, which is like what we're seeing right now, I can cover myself 200 at least right above this area where the buying failed again and selling followed through. So this is good. Let me go to other account, cover myself on the, we'll cover ourselves there too, 200. And then what we can do is just trail this down. If this buying fails again here, we'll see if it does or not. Because this is kind of a tough area. You're definitely going to see buying here. I just want to see the buying fail, and right now we saw the selling kind of fail here and the buying kind of step in. So I think we're going to have to go to value again in order for us to get another move up, just because it's getting expensive up here and they're having troubles pushing this higher. So what I can do here probably now is I can move right here and I can recover probably more than half my loss at this point. Yep, I'll do that at this point just to protect myself even more. Because if this comes back against me, I don't want to be in this anyways. This one I'm up in profit anyway, so. If this fails again and we close above, I can move it even lower. I can move this below here. If this fails and closes. If not, I keep it above here. right here. Guaranteed 400 on that one. Recover some loss on this one. Man, my short was, I think I called on this one for sure. This is good. So now what I can do here is this will have to close below here, and I can move my stop right here and recover almost 600 bucks here at this point. Yeah, it'll be $600 if we close below that. But we'll see. But you did get buying here, and I did respect this area so far. We'll see if they, yeah. If this closes back below, I can move it slightly below here, and then at least 485 here. Only down 300 bucks at this point. I need to see the closure though, and then I'll be able to move it again. I don't want to move it too quick because we could still have a move up and then bounce back down again. But I do want to lock in some profits here, especially some down on this account at least. So if we see this close below here, then I can move above here. But as of right now, we can keep it here, or if you wanted to be safe, you can keep it right above here. But you're seeing buying all along here. So we close below this, I can move it here. Yeah, this is a good trade. There we go. We can go there. Go here. Almost 500 bucks on that one. And we're seeing more aggressive sells hit down here, so if this aggressive sells follow through again, then we can keep on trailing. And you could cover yourself right around here if you wanted to, even tighter. But I'm gonna let this one ride because we'll go here. And then maybe on this one, I can cover. I can cover my loss completely on this one. And that might not be a bad thing to do here, because if this fails here, then I'll recover all my loss and then I can start fresh again. Yeah, I'll do that on this account. Okay, I recovered my whole loss now, and at least, even though I think it's gonna go completely, it's almost hit my take profit too. Because I think we're gonna come here. I really do. This is where a lot of buying took place. You can see right here, bounce, bounce, bounce. So there's gonna be buyers here again. I just don't think they're gonna have enough strength to follow through here. So and if we close below this, then I can move my stop here. and just keep trailing, and then hopefully it hits take profit before. So I can cover myself here. If it closes below here, this area. So I'm just gonna be patient with it and keep my stop here until we see a closure below here. And then I'll be able to protect myself even more. Yeah, we could see a nice expansion move here because they're holding this area and they did reject this selling, so that's to hold up above here, and then hopefully we sell back off again, but we could go even higher. I'm glad I recovered that loss in the account, so we'll have to wait and see. Be patient here. Because the long trade I want to take is off the value area high. Since we did break, we'll break and retest, and then we'll hopefully go higher. But I'll have to wait and see if there's some absorption there before I take a long at that value area high. Or aggressive buying is what I want to see. There you go. Okay, we collected 500 on that one. So all in all, we're up, I think, like 700 collectively. This is technically a daily's POC, so could see a bounce, and then a bounce, and then a bounce. Not a bad trade. Okay, let me see here. Checking my accounts. And okay, I guess from here to here we can. I just want to see what this looks like right here. It could reject somewhere right around here. This area, to be exact. Oops. Oh, and you're getting aggressive buying through here. Okay. Look, we're gonna go higher. Let's see what this let's see what happened here, because this is kind of important. Aha. So we did come off the value at low. Let's remove that so you can see in that PSC value high.
Yeah. What was that? We had more absorption up here, so
I don't think I think we're gonna push higher, but we have this area all the way up here. Nice trade. Thanks, Zara.
sorry. I was bouncing back and forth. Appreciate it. It was a nice little scout just to recover. At least to recover my losses.
Okay, so we have absorption here. We'll see if we close back above, or we break below this area and we come all the way back down to the value high, which was, I don't know, somewhere right around here, which very well could be possible. We'll see if this closes back below here, then it should be good. If we close up here, then we'll take a long possibly. I don't know if I want to take a short here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. We're bouncing off the buyer high from this little swing. Because we could bounce off here and then go higher, or we can break back below. I'm going to take a small risk here. I'm just going to go here. $250 risk. If we close back below these areas, then you can see buying failing here, and then we can just close here for a small $800 trade if it does hits. That's if it does. One thing I don't like though, maybe I shouldn't have taken this trade, to be honest. The only thing I don't like is we bounce off the buyer at low, but we are breaking back. We had absorption, we are breaking back inside this range. So daily volume profiles, point of control, so we could see it have a small run up here or back down. I'll put my break even once we hit the POC. Yeah, I'll move it to there at this point. Because if they can't sell the POC, then we're going to go straight back up. So if it does, and this could be a very nice trade and almost $1,000. And then I can remove that now because I don't need that no more. And we're getting aggressive selling off the POC, which is good. That's a really good sign. If we just go from this range to this range, I'll mark this back out from market open. Just want to keep this here. Just have an idea of what's happening here. And it's going to go to this node right here. This last node is going to test this value area low where we had that. I'll take a small win there. Hey, this could fall even further. It could fall to this next node, which will be right here. If it breaks this, which could be, we'll go there. We'll keep it there, and then we'll just trail it. That's what we'll do. That way, if it ends up being a good trade, yeah, I did, Dad. Yeah, I started late. I had internet issues. I got a new router from T-Mobile, and I had to factory reset it because it was giving me some troubles, and then now it's working good. But the new T-Mobile gateway they just came out with about 3 months ago. It like doubled my speeds. They say it doubles it pretty much. So now it's working a lot better than internet. But if we close below this area, then we could see a nice move here, and then possibly this next node right here, which is kind of what I'm looking at. This area right here. If they fail to buy this POC, then I could move my stop and trail it even heavier. But yeah, this node right here, and then if we break, we're going to come into this area right here. And we have FOMC minutes today too as well, so. Yeah, sometimes they have finicky issues with some of them, so they had me replace the factory reset it this morning because it just had no internet yesterday. Last night it just went out, and I thought maybe it was because of the weather, but it wasn't. It was supposedly some sort of issue with it connecting to whatever tower. And then, yeah, I finally got it fixed, and it was right at 7:30. I missed the whole hour open, and the whole hour was just crazy good. I mean, look at this hour. This was market open right here, and we bounce, and then you see all this delta here. Spiked again, went higher. This would have been a very nice long day in the morning, but it is what it is. So we broke between this, where this area was, where the point of control was. We broke below here. We're in like kind of low volume node, but we're gonna probably come to this next volume spike if we fall below here again. Oh wow, you're trading too, Dad? This over there? You brought your laptop or something? You're living the dream, traveling and trading. Oh, nice. Yeah, I figured you'd, because you're able to do that on your laptop. I think I could do it on my MacBook too now. I think with Deep Charts they have, I think it's Mac compatible, I believe, because I've seen the Mac download for it. So we also, yeah, have the FMOC minutes at 11. So this could be why they're uh, uneasy on bringing this, keep on bringing this up, depending on what the FMOC minute says, because obviously there's uncertainty there with what the Fed speaker is going to say. This is value high for this little swing before we broke this, so it could come down to here. And the value low was right here. This is why it bounced off this area right here. It's because you go from this swing to this right here. And look where we bounced right here. So that's why the two areas I'm looking at, I think we'll come to this. If it can't push off this POC, then yeah. Yeah, they have FMOC minutes. They had all the whatever the housing stats come out this morning, and they had the FMOC minutes at 11. So I don't know. Maybe I might trade after that for like a power hour, possibly. See how that goes, and then yeah, maybe catch a trade. Hopefully, put myself in a little bit of profit here, and then maybe trade the last hour. Yeah, this will break me even for sure. And there it is. Okay, break even there. I wanted to protect myself anyway without the point of control, because this could bounce off the POC. We have a lot of low volume here. Or this could break here and push all the way up to this value high from the 4th. I think it was the 4th or something like that. But we'll see here. We are kind of in a consolidation. Yeah, we're going from one value to the other, so this could bounce here, reject here, possibly. If it's gonna reject here, and it could put a sell stop here. If this fails to hold up here, then we could go further. Now having a cold beer. All done for the day.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, if we fail to break above this value high for this thing, then we'll probably come down to back down to this area or all the way down here like I'm talking about. I'm willing to take a small risk here. Because if this can't hold and we break back below, then it's going to come test this area one more time. Kind of bounce off low volume, and we'll come test back down here, and then we'll probably come and test this volume area too. Yeah, bud? Yeah, baby. Absolutely. But I finally found the TPO profiles, which is the oh, I'm gonna trade. Okay. So I'm gonna just take a small here. And I can trade maybe to this value. If this doesn't work out, then I'll take a small loss here, if worse comes to worse. If we can't break back below here, the value. I found the TPO profile. It's kind of interesting. So this is what I'm looking at. Yesterday we closed right here, almost above the value, so then we pushed higher. And yeah. We'll see how this value closes. We're still well above value. We're in premium, so there's definitely going to be more resistance up here than I think support, but we have a long way to go. If we break back below here, I think I'll be good. It's a small risk anyway, so I'll target here. I'll target previous lows. Because what we could do is fail off this value high and then close lower. Or we just burst up and we break the high again. Again, I'm only risking 170 bucks here, so this is a good risk. And we're having troubles here at the value high. We'll see if it. The only thing that worked well with this is that we did bounce off the point of control. Yeah, we did bounce off kind of the point of control. So bounce point of control, test value high for the day, I guess you want to say. And then this is the value high for the consolidation area. So we could see it come back down to here and then bounce again, but not a bad trade. I think this will actually turn out pretty well. If not, I lose 170 bucks and not a bad day. And there it is, off the value high, like I called. We're starting to see. I'm gonna probably protect myself at the point of control one more time. Once we tap into the 89 area, I will protect myself. Because it could bounce right off the point of control. And this purple line is an old point of control from the 4th. These are the areas where we're kind of at. We're at that profile from February 4th. I'll just move that because I don't need that anymore. It makes it more messy. Once we're here at 90, I'm protecting myself. But we are starting to see some pressure off the value area high, so yeah, right here is where I have to be careful. Without a doubt, I have to be really careful when it gets to the point of control. I am risking 170 bucks to make 900 bucks. That seems like a pretty good trade to me. The play we're looking at is we came back in this compression zone, bounced off the value area high, value area low, value area high, and then test this, and it could break. Once it breaks below this could have a sell-off effect. But what I'll do is I'll protect myself early when we hit that POC, because that's a form of support there where we last bought, right in this area at 89.50. So if they do buy again, it could be right off that area and we could go higher. But looking at how the market's reacting off the area high, it's looking good in my favor so far, but we'll see. Let's see if we bounce off that POC.
You better get off that.
Is your phone charged? Okay, I'm coming.
Are you almost done?
Almost done, yeah. Yeah, baby. Water? Okay, I'll get you water, babe. I'm coming.
Caca. Cock. Cock on your butt.
I'm going to pop off. Have a great day. Yeah, you too, Czar. Take care, man. Thanks for coming by.
All right, now we move it to break even at this point. Let's protect ourselves here. And then hopefully this closes back below. If we break the value low, then this could be a very good trade. We could come all the way to the area I'm talking about. This could be and take it to this area. Lots of volume there, so. Yep, risking the 170. I was risking 170 to make 925 to be exact. So, I think this trade is going to work out really well. The real area where I really know the trade's going to work out or not is going to be right here in this little box where the sellers got absorbed last time. If we break that box, then it's going to look really good. And I got to make some content today. That's everything I got to do. Got to do some content, and then, yeah. Excuse me. Oh. So break the POC here. Hopefully break the value low. But we'll see. Like I said, this would be the area if they're going to bounce, probably the POC, possibly the value low. These are the two areas where I would want to call this trade and say, you know what, I'm protecting myself here. If it breaks back above, then I don't want to be in this trade. And those are the areas you kind of have to understand and mark out beforehand to know, okay, where is sellers presenting? And look at this, sellers are presented right here. We try to sell off and they got absorbed. So if we come down and we break this area again where they're protecting, then we could see an acceleration from this area right here where sellers, right in this area, down back into this area, and then they can see if they can hold up again or not, if the respect will be there. These are always the tough tough days to be shortened for sure. I missed the morning, so I wish I would just would have gone long. I would have taken longs. That would have been done early. Now I'm over here trying to struggle and scrap around so I can make some profit here today. And honestly, it's not in the absolute best market conditions, so we're at a consolidation phase, so it's just very sideways. Let's see how this looks right here. I just want to see what. Yeah, it's about the same. So came up value high here. Testing POC. We break this. We break where the massive amount of sellers came in, which they came in somewhere right around here again. This is the area. There was a huge amount of sellers. If we break back down that area, then, like I said, we can see the acceleration all the way down to this area. This is where they're originally interested in for sellers, so where they got in aggressively. All right, there we go. We're starting to see that nice selling aggression, and excuse me. Value lows right here. We haven't quite touched it. We're about to touch it. We'll test it. We'll see if it actually breaks or if it stays just within value here until FOMC minutes, which could be best case. Then I'll just hop off and wait till power hour, come back on for the last hour. And there we go. We're starting to see some more aggression here. And the next area we're probably looking at, like I said, is down here. What I might do here is could go all the way over here, right before this area. And then what I can do here now is if this closes below this, I can trail this below that, just to protect myself right above the POC. Because we are starting to get aggression off the value at low, so this is actually looking very good. Exactly the setup I wanted to see. Couldn't bounce on the POC, came down, test the value at low. If we close below this, then this could look very well for me. We could see a nice sell-off past this area point and then possibly to the value high. Maybe I'll exit right there. And if this holds the value low, if they get absorbed here and this holds, then yeah. But right now we're seeing nice steady selling, and then we're seeing a selling aggression off a point of area where you'd want to see buying if it was going to reverse other way. So if we fail here, if this gets absorbed and we fail, then this might go all the way back up here. And it looks like we might fail. We'll see how that reacts here at this when it retests this level again. So what I'll do here is I'll just wait for this. I'll put it there at 75. Because I want to see the test this. If we break this, and I could put it somewhere right over here, wherever the aggressive fails happened. Like if they try to aggressively buy and it fails and it drops below here again, then I could put it somewhere above here. You know, I technically could leave it here. It's just I'm afraid of this going to knock me out and then moving my direction. And there's no reason for me to. I could lock in profit here, but I want to see the one more test of here. And then what I can do is I can move it here, somewhere right down here. If it does, if it comes down and tests this area, move it above here, protect myself early. And we'll probably see that retest of that aggressive selling area again, and then hopefully a sell off again off that area. Yep, we're going to see more aggression here. We just don't want to see absorption. That's the last thing we want to see is absorption. Absorption will be in trouble. Aggression and follow through will be good. And we're seeing aggression and follow through, which is good. So what I can do here now is be ready to move my stop right above here. If we close back below here, I can lock in at least 320 bucks. But as of right now, we're gonna leave it here, 80 bucks. Because right now we're seeing absorption off the value low, which is not a good sign. We're gonna come back and test the POC one more time, which is right here, where sells became aggressive in the past. So yeah, wait and see. So there's 2 point of areas where they try to buy, and they've had some success doing this off the value low. But we haven't seen any aggressive buying. We've just seen at this point it's just they're trying to absorb the sellers. There's not enough aggression here for the buyers to push it higher. And so what I can see here now, possibly move my stop here when we break. There's one. Let's see if we get the follow through a second. And we see some more aggression right along this area. So now, what I can do here is I can start to move my stop because I know we're breaking. We haven't quite yet broken, but we're on the verge of about to break. So I lock in 300 no matter what. I want to see this break though. It hasn't tested though. I thought we were going to get that test there. I'm pretty sure we get the test. If we get the test here and the break, then we're good. We're flying. This is a good thing right here. We're seeing some resistance here. They try to buy it and it's coming down again. So once we break this, and yeah, I'll be good. Okay, now this is valid. It's a valid trail. I think we're going to see a nice, since we got the buyer low here, we're seeing aggression. We're going to see a nice sell off here. So we could erase this since we don't need this anymore. Since the move has kind of already happened, we erase that, and we could erase this as well.
Hurry your ass up now.
And this is, I think, where it was test, because we didn't quite test the value high last time, but we tested the, I guess you want to say the value low at this previous point, which is from right here. Can't lean in my chair, baby. It's just rocking me back. This is the value low, so where we tested last time. So probably test this value high. Maybe I bounce here, back up. So that was the move there, and I should have been more aware at that area, because that was a great long. You had aggression, absorption here, all in one. You could have just pasted a long position right here, or even right here, below the absorption. Huh?
Okay. Don't use this charger.
Hmm?
Don't use this charger.
What?
This is the internet one, and this thing's gonna get caught in my thing.
Oh, no, don't break it. Don't break it.
It's already
No.
bending.
I know, but it's fine. It still works just fine. Hey, go watch some TV. You don't need to be like that.
I'm just seeing if you could accept my request.
You're not gonna get any requests except you're gonna do some work inside.
Won't work.
I have some chores for you.
No. I'm waiting for it to get paid. Bro, what the hell?
Oh, excuse me.
Accept it, Stephanie.
Mm-mm. Be naughty. You're
Can
naughty,
I do a
son.
pull up on this?
Huh?
I'm gonna do a pull up on this.
See.
Huh?
No, don't do that. You're gonna break it.
Pull up.
No, tell.
I can do it on this then. It doesn't work.
So this area here, they bought, bounce, value low. We bought. So, most likely it's gonna take me out of the trade, but still locking 300. Still a good trade. Still building profit for the day. There's 300. Okay. Slowly building profit for the day. All right. Well, I'm gonna head off and then I'll be back on at 11:30.
There you go.
Yep, I'll be back on 11:30.
At 2:30.
All right.
I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be grinding on Roblox for the next 5 hours.
All right. I'll see you guys later.